Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got a rack with no duplicates, quite a balanced rack. I'm not seeing a bingo. So how to sort the rack out? I think the best rack leave is probably by playing pokey. Should I play a 5-letter play to get one of my high-scoring tiles doubled? I don't think so. I think I'll keep the board tight. Well, not good, just the solitary vowel. I draw 4 consonants. I'm not seeing a bingo through the O. And I'm not seeing a bingo through any other vowel. And opponent provides none. Only 14 points for opponent, which is good. And it's also good that the O remains available. Now my I can go underneath the P. So I can play trim. Trim takes an S in front, which I have. 16 points, not massive, but I think this is the best I can do with this rack. That's a lot better. I have hardens, and possibly handers, and possibly rehands. Clyde takes nothing in front, and none of my plays work in column 11 with CH. They all work in column 4 because of strim. Opponent may be attracted to a 5-letter play or even a double-double. So I'm not expecting my column 4 lane to necessarily remain available. Now, do I have anything in row J? Takes an A and an S after it. Okay, so opponent has played in row H. Taking out column 4, I don't see anything with this rack plus an N. What about this rack plus a B? No. How about an E? Well, that looks a good set of tiles. But I'm not seeing a bingo. What about this rack plus a C? I don't think N darks is good. N dark is, but I don't think it takes an S. So anywhere else for handers or hardens? And I'm just looking in row J. Not seeing anything. Wow, I hope I'm not missing a bingo here. Just looking at this C again. Well, I'm going to check N darks, but I don't think it's good. It's not. So one last look at Benny. So how about the B? Doesn't look promising. Not seeing anything. How about the E? Handers plus an E. Enrashed, not good. Really not seeing anything. Now, what about IT? Handers plus IT. Quite a high probability 9-letter set, so I think I would have studied it. Not seeing anything. How about OM and PI? Not seeing anything. Okay, this is irksome. Always a shame to break up a bingo when it's on your rack, but there is nowhere to play it. So do I play? I'm tempted to play in row 11, in column 11, to open up the right-hand side of the board and leave Benny alone. Now how about a double-double which isn't a bingo? Not seeing anything. So what's the best way of playing here? Maybe a play of Dar. Keeping Wrens, that's quite a good 4-letter set. 21 points, just about acceptable. I'm going with this. No vowels drawn. Again, a pick of just consonants. Through an A, I would have ranchers. Can't see anything through a C. Through an E, rather. I have a 23-point lead. What about OM or PI? Not looking good. How about IT? Again, not looking good. So, quite a tricky spot to be in. The H is my scoring tile, but I'm not seeing any great spots for it. Wow, fantastic bingo for my opponent. And a floating I to consider. Now, Chiren is good, but I don't think it takes an S. Let's see if this works. Yeah, Chiren valid doesn't take the S. And I don't think there's an anagram of Chirens. Now, opponent has the lead. My H can go in front of the O. But do I have any way of making that play twice? I don't think I do. Only one vowel prevents a big parallel play in column 12. However, well, I'm thinking of doing something which is quite risky. 26 points is good. The rack leave is good, especially given the floating E and I have entoiled. What's dangerous about this is that share takes an O in front. So arguably this is too dangerous, but I am behind. So I think I will go with this. I have Unwiser. Does that play anywhere? And I don't think it does. Chair only takes an O in front. And, well, Unwires is the anagram, but I don't think that goes either. Wow, fantastic bingo for my opponent. That's both blanks gone. He has, however, provided a spot for Unwiser, and this is going to make the board hugely volatile, which is good since I am behind. So I have Unwiser here, with the alternative play being Unwires, and I think Unwiser, a slightly better play. The S would make it easier for opponent to play in column 15. So I'm going with this. Great, I draw an O for ochre. And the rest of the rack, not too bad. Could be a 5-vowel 8. What would it be? Nothing's coming to mind, so let me consider the floaters. What about the C? Not seeing anything. So I've got the aero prefix through M something C. I would have aeronomic. What about the R? Not seeing anything. How about the S? Again, not seeing anything. Only 1-point tiles. So I'm not going to score hugely wherever I play. D, also a floating consonant. So how could I get value out of the O? Well, I have Romeo, keeping AI, pretty dreadful rack leave, but 29 points. And opponent may be more worried about this R since it's in a triple lane and he's got a lead to protect. How about something with a better rack leave, maybe something beginning with O? or using just one of the consonants. Well, I think that would require something beginning with O. Great, just 36 points, so fairly, well, slightly more than average, but not much more than average score. Now, one advantage of playing Roneo, despite the bad rack leave, is that I would be opening up a new bingo lane in row B, and I need to keep the board open. So do I have something better than Roneo, which perhaps keeps the E, only 6 E's to come? Well, that's quite a lot, given that there's only 1/3 of the bag left. Only 3 I's to come, and only 3 O's. So Roneo for 29. Well, that's good. I've drawn the Q with the U. I trail by 30 points, so I could use a big Q score, and I've got Quaff in column 12, QUOIF, that's over 50 points. I've got Whack on my rack with a dreadful rack leave, but maybe that would play somewhere which scores well. Should Quaff be blocked? Well, I'm not seeing anywhere fabulous for it. So, great, Quaff remains available and only 21 points for opponent. Fantastic. Deg takes a U after it, as well as an S, for future reference. So Quaff for 54. Bang! That is a pretty good pickup. That's close to a bingo, and could actually be a bingo. I would have Wisteria through an I. No I's available. I've just blocked it with, well, I've just taken out an I. I'm not sure it would have been in the right position. So I now trail by just 2 points, opponent on turn. 26 tiles to come. And I'm looking, wow, this is close. I'm looking at the bottom of column 2 to see if I've got a WAF play. And I do have Waft for a big, for an okay score. What I don't have is an extension to that, which would be a massive score. However, Waft alone might be worth doing. Look at this rack leave. AIRS is pretty strong, and 3 T's to come. Waft 34 definitely keeps me in the game. Is there something better? Pythagoras takes an L and an S. And is there a better play than this? Waft for 34. I think this is pretty good because opponent could put the J in that spot, so I think it's the right thing to do to take it out. I'm going with this. Well, I draw a second S. First thoughts are this isn't a bingo-y rack. Through an A, I would have Abrosias. Can't see anything through the B. What about a play beginning with D? No. And I'm not seeing a 7 here. Nice score for opponent. He's 30 or 40 points in the lead. I have isobars on my rack. There is a 7 here, but does it play? Not sure it does. The R only takes an E underneath it. What about a play through IT? Not likely. Now, this E is available as a floater, so isobars is good. And I've just blocked that with Waft. How annoying. So what should I be doing here? 10 minutes on my clock, so I've got a decent amount of time left. Does isobars have an anagram? And if it did, would it play anywhere? I'm not sure it would. The D is a useful starting tile, but it's not amazing. Still 6 E's to come, so there's a good chance that I could draw one. Wow, what about playing something across here, like ISO, 24 points, an okay rack leave, but more importantly, I'm opening a 7-letter lane, and I'm not taking out the D as a floater. And it's a 7-letter lane which allows 7-letter plays ending in S. It would be better if I could play off the B, but I'm not seeing a way of doing that. So I think I will go with this, and by not seeing a way of doing it, I could play sob, but then I wouldn't be opening up the new lane. It's such a shame though, because the B is pretty non-bingo-y. However, 17 tiles left, so there may be time to get rid of it next turn. I'm going with this. Well, not good, as in not bingo-y. Jab and jug are good, so I should be able to get rid of the J and the B or G. But I'm not going to be able to bingo this turn. However, I am within reach of opponent, so there's still hope to sort this rack out before the end of the game. Wow, just 7 points for opponent. He could be sitting on a monster though. If you take out the last 4 tiles, everything else on this rack is hugely bingo-y. I can't concern myself with that. I need to sort this rack out. And although there are good J plays on my rack, there aren't good spots to play them in. Just awful. And UCH not good. I could play Juba, which takes out, which isn't great, because it takes out plays ending ES, although it is retaining plays ending E. It's not great to be getting rid of the A. Not great to be retaining the G. However, score is okay. I'm just looking at column 14 because of the Degu hook. I think the best I could do there is Baloo. However, I think I have to get rid of the J. There's only 12 tiles left. And although I will be going into the lead with this play, I think there's a high probability opponent will bingo, so I need to be in a good position to respond. 7 minutes on my clock. Is there a better J spot? Just looking to see if I can get my J tripled in this spot. Don't think I can. Og not good, otherwise I could play GJU. Juz is good, but I can't see a way of playing anything else. And with BU and G as well. I think this is the play. Well, I pick a V and I managed to dodge all 6 of these E's. Maybe opponent swamped and won't be able to bingo. I do now have a lead. Great. Well, the remaining tiles are now looking distinctly less bingo-y. However, I trail by 20 points. I need to get rid of the V and one of the R's. And in fact, if I did precisely that, I would have a pretty good rack leave. So is there anywhere I can play V and R? Just those 2. 6 minutes on my clock. Five tiles left. So I want to play ideally 4. Wow, look at that. 7 vowels out of 12. Just the one on my rack. So the V has to go. Absolutely has to go. I could play Vig, only 7 points. If I could get about 20, then I may be able to win without bingoing. As soon as I play something like Vig, I'm putting myself in the position of having to bingo. Wow, I thought I had Verge or Grive. Neither works because of the GE and VE not being good. Can't see anything onto IT. 5 minutes on my clock. So, what to do here? Very little time left. I don't have a way of playing the V in the top right of the board. IP not good. VUM is good. But I don't think playing just the V is going to be good enough, even if I pick up an E. If I pick up an E, I have earrings. So, and there's a good chance I will. But is there really no way to play off one more tile with the V? Apart from Vig. Maybe I should play Vig. I think I'm going to try and pick one of these E's. Well, I don't, which is a shame. Is there a bingo with the U? At least it's a vowel. Wow, 33 points for opponent. One tile in the bag. Interesting. Is there a bingo through the T? Well, Rust Red is good and Rust Res, but I don't think Rust Ring is good. It's not. And I'm not seeing an anagram of that. Is there a bingo with this rack plus an E? Don't think so. Only one tile in the bag. Do I get rid of the R or the U? I think I get rid of the R. Well, there's a good chance I will draw an E. So, if I have Signeur, if I have an E, do I have a bingo through the T? So that will be an anagram of Stungia. Gurniest. Truings. None of these are ringing true. What if I played the U and drew an E? I would have a restring. Okay. So I play the U, 2 minutes on my clock. Let me play the U somewhere. I have duo, so it does play. I was going to say vow, but that would require an O. I need some thinking time for my bingo. So let me just play the U here for 5 points. I do draw an E, so I have restring and stringer. Opponent blocks that, but do I have a bingo through ET? Don't think I do. What about a play through the B? Unlikely. What about a play onto an E? Or onto an N? Unlikely. So the E is the best bet. Not seeing anything. Is there really nothing through this T? 1 minute on my clock. Don't think so. So I have Sirring on my rack, Ringers, just looking around for any missed 7-letter lanes, and Juba has blocked plays ending ES. "30 seconds left." Okay, my race is run. Play through IT, don't think so. Okay, so run out of ideas in this game. 15 seconds left. Four seconds. So I'm now in overtime. A bingo would still win, but I think it would need to begin with ET. And I don't think there is one, so I think I need to just play something. So I'm just going to play gels. Almost certainly not best, but anything was losing apart from a bingo. Opponent has one tile left. I can't go out in one, but I can play Rin for 8. And opponent just has a single E and a multitude of places to go out in. So the final score, 359 to me, 426 for my opponent, a winning margin of 67 points, so well done to my opponent. Let's see what I missed. It was me to go first, and I played Pokey, and that looks fine. Opponent's rack plays Cly, and I played Trim. That looks fine. No bingo for opponent. He plays Benny. Now I have Hardens. And there was a bingo through OM, Handsomer. So well done if you spotted that. Wow, tricky one to see, but it was there. And instead I played Dar for 21 and a pretty decent rack leave. Shaitan also available as a double-double, albeit burning the S. Opponent has a ton of bingos, finds and toiled. Now, I don't have a bingo here. And I played Chair to leave a decent rack leave. Score fairly similar to other scores down here, but I'm playing this mainly for strategic reasons, in that I'm creating bingo lanes in row A and column 13. Opponent bingos with a good find in Flavines, and I now have Unwires and Unwiser. Not a great rack for opponent, but Podagra was a good find. And my rack, Uri, I think that would have been the play at A11, O-O-R-I-E, keeping a vowel and a consonant rather than two vowels. So I play Ronio. Uri, however, would not have opened up row B in the way that Ronio did. Opponent plays Ag, and now I have Quaff to bring me right back into the game, just 2 points between us. Opponent plays Dim, and I have Waft, which looks fine. Opponent plays Azo, and now I have Isobars, nowhere for it. And I play ISO to open a new bingo lane, and the score of 24 isn't too bad either. Opponent plays Hall for 7, and I struggled with this rack. I went with Juba, but I didn't like it. But there's nothing, just looking at these rack leaves. Well, Jube, E2. Okay, interesting. It does take out the floating B and E, but not massively useful. Plus, there are already two very good bingo lanes on the board, row B and row N, so taking out the B and the E, not a disaster. So I think DWEEB may have been the play. AGRS is quite a handy four-letter set. It certainly goes well with an E, and there's only one A to come, so I think DWEEB would have been my preferred play. Opponent has exabytes through this B, but it's blocked. Plays yay. Now I have this grim rack, and with hope running out, just 21 tiles left. But wow, Roneoing for 27 would have given me a 6-point lead. Interesting. Should have considered that. That's actually quite a good score. Riving I6. Interesting, leaving one in the bag and keeping RRS. Good chance of drawing in a couple of E's and a T. Tricky. I don't think any of these plays would have been winning plays. Opponent plays exit. Again, Roneoing popping up, but I'm now 50 points adrift, so nothing here is winning. And there's only one tile in the bag, so the only way I can win is with a bingo, so I need to get rid of one tile, which I do. Opponent plays neat, and finally, no bingo, but waft are available for 52. It wouldn't have won, but it would have been a big score, and yeah, I would have lost by a much smaller margin. I play gels. Opponent could have gone out, chose not to, and I have one more go, and I play Rin. And then finally, opponent could get 10 and got 6. So, agonising end to the game. We were really, really close, just a couple of points between us as we entered the end of the game, and there were a lot of E's out there, but most of them ended up on my opponent's rack, so my own rack did not mature into a bingo in time, and my opponent was able to hold on for a well-deserved victory. So well done to him, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.